What's up, guys? It's Milk, aka Baby Girl, in the house today. Yeah. Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It's Mel, aka Baby Girl, and I have some energy today, so let's get to it. Have any of you heard of this crazy app called Randonautica? I believe that you have. It was a big thing during the pandemic, and people had some very, very intense and scary interactions on that app. So, we're going to talk about a few of those stories today. You have to give a word or like an intent or something. You don't have to say it out loud, mind you. You just have to think it. So, whether it's an object or like if you say death or whatever the case may be, then you start manifesting that thought and have the app at that same moment go through quantum numbers of different locations, different, what do you call it? It's the destination numbers. I can't think of the word. Latitude and longitude numbers, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so they generate that location while you are coming up with your intent, right? Okay? And so after that, you start to go to your location, following it on the map that they give you, and usually it's interesting what people come up on. Because in some instances, it doesn't quite show you the exact object that you were thinking of, but it shows you something pertaining to the object in some way, which is kind of weird and cool the way it happens. And it's funny because a lot of people are seeing that this app is a little bit more than what it says, okay? The creators have a subreddit that they run, in fact, for their users. My fiance and I actually do want to do a Randonautica video where we ghost hunt during it. I have so many plans for my channel, you guys. I just hope that people stick around with me and are willing to be patient and wait for me to get the equipment. In fact, I guess I could just go out there and turn the voice recorder on my phone, try to get EVPs for now until we get the equipment, which is an idea. So I am actually thinking about doing that starting without the equipment at first, just to get it going. And then as we grow, we can get more things, Also, I'm waiting on some things to go through for myself, so we'll just see what happens. The scariest experience ever for this man and his wife. They were brought into the woods by the app's location, right? And all of a sudden, they were chased out by some kind of odd creature, they said. So, I don't know what it was, but
this is the scariest Randonautica experience that me and my wife have ever had. We were deep in the woods and we ended up being chased out by some kind of creature stalking us. Oh my God. Whatever it is back this way and in over there.
Oh my God, man.
We're gonna go out this way.
Walk back.
Okay, we're being hunted by something.
I can't believe Randonautica is doing this to us. Randonautica led us to this creepy vial that is filled with blood.
Oh my God, it looks like somebody's their freaking wrist.
That's exactly what it looks like.
There's crap all on here too. Holy crap.
Let me see.
Look at it.
Oh.
I'm done. I'm out. I cannot take this anymore. Randonautica has gone way too far.
a mother and an employee at a hospital, her and her daughter decided to download the Randonautica app together. They were brought to some woods. There was a path, though, that led straight to a haunted memorial of a young woman who was unalived in 1983, the year that I was born. Shouldn't laugh, though, in this situation. Her murder, though, has yet to be solved. And so there's still a memorial there in her spot. It's crazy. After dark.
In yet another brief TikTok video, the uploader possibly a mother and a grandmother, also an employee at a hospital, shares her eerie experience. Accompanied by daughters or friends, they delve into a Randonautica app which guides them down a dirt trail. This path leads them straight to a haunted memorial site of a young woman who was murdered in the early 1980s.
This is it right here. This is our spot. This is the exact spot on the Randonauting. What is it? What the f? This is the exact spot. It's a freaking memorial?
It's a grave.
No, it's not a grave.
I mean, a memorial.
This is so strange.
Within my research, I found out the woman to be Donna Jean, a 17-year-old girl who was tragically assaulted, beaten, raped and strangled back in October 1983 following a night of babysitting. Sadly, her case still remains unsolved. It's an eerie coincidence that raises questions. Does the app itself or the lingering spirits seek closure for the unresolved tragedy for those years past? The answer remains a haunted mystery.
Don't Randonautica in the dark. It cannot be said enough. Naughty and evil things happen after dark, don't you know? Gosh. Kids need to be in bed after the street lights go on. I'm telling you. For me, I am not one that answers the door. We're in business, guys. We're in business. Yeah. Bits. Bits. Dummy lies. These two pulled up in their car, and honestly, thank God they were in their car. I mean, they should be thanking their lucky stars they were in their car, because when they pulled up to where they were supposed to be for their destination, they noticed, or at first they only saw the one guy and he was wielding a knife, and it scared them, obviously. So they hauled ass around him and got the heck away from him. Well, then they noticed about 500 yards away, maybe he said 500 feet or something like that, away from the other guy, they saw another man, and this man looked like he had a gun. Now, I don't know if they were just being paranoid because of the first guy they saw, but it's very suspicious that you see someone that has something in their hand that looks like a gun, you know, after you just see someone with a knife. I mean, so they called the police after that, obviously, because they wanted to report those two men. And that's just wild. That's the kind of stuff that you can come up on in the dark if you do Randonautica late at night. It is not recommended that you do Randonautica at night. Even by the creators of the app, they say, please do not do this in the dark. So with that being said, you know, these people are kind of breaking the rules of the game.
5 scary Randonautica videos gone wrong. After dark. Rose is a young mother who usually uploads irregular TikTok videos along with newborn baby content. She went out randonauting in the evening with who I can only assume is her partner. If you're aware of the app, you'll know too well that it is advised not to use Randonautica in the dark, simply because weird and just damn scary things tend to happen. And this following TikTok video of Rose was no different.
He's got a knife.
Oh my f***ing god, Michael, let's go! Please! Bro, I'm scared. Get out now!
The couple had just arrived at the spot the app gave them, only to find that there was a man holding a knife, yelling at the top of his lungs. Freaked out by this, Rose asks Michael to start driving. He eventually listens and they drive away.
you actually crying?
Go! He's scaring me!
Oh man, put your head down! Put your head down!
Michael, I'm so scared.
He had a gun, he had a gun.
What the f?
That dude had a gun.
Their relatively calm driving quickly turns chaotic as Michael sees another man in the rearview mirror and states that this man is holding a gun. The couple speed up and get out of the immediate area. Many of their viewers wanted to make sure that they were both okay after this happened and asked if they called the police. This was their response.
Another guy? Yeah, there were two guys. One like probably 50 yards behind the one dude. And we thought it was a gun, so we sped off and ducked our heads. So
Regardless of whether or not one or both of the men had a gun, at least one of them had a knife and was yelling the word paradise for some odd reason. Just another example of why you probably shouldn't go out randonauting in the dark, or even just exploring places you don't know once the sun goes down.
Conrad's creator of the Randonauts on TikTok. Conrad is not only creator of the Randonauts on TikTok, but he is also the co-founder of the app itself. So with that being said, he was asked a question on his TikTok if he has ever had an experience doing Randonautica. And he said, yes, I have. And went on to tell his story, and here it is.
Hey Randonauts, Comrade here, creator of the Randonauts, co-founder of Randonautica, answering questions about Randonautica. Somebody asked me, I get this a lot, have you ever had a crazy experience using Randonautica? Yes, I've had a lot of like just really weird, mind-bending synchronicities. A lot of them come to mind. I have a lot of these stories, but like one that really sticks out to me is like me and my friend are walking to the point, and it generated the point in the middle of a lake, and we walked just as close to the point as we could, which was on the water's edge, and we were talking about giant skeletons. And when we got to the point, there was a dude meditating at the edge of the lake, and I asked him if he ever heard of consciousness influencing random number generators. He said yes, and the next thing out of his mouth was, you see that rock wall across from the lake? Well, there's giant skeletons buried there. Weird synchronicity.
Two young men were using the app and got brought into the woods. They kept walking deeper and deeper into the woods as they were walking past, some strange things and getting kind of an eerie vibe, sort of raising the hair on their arms and legs, and letting them know that they needed to be aware of their surroundings, right? They found some crime scene tape. Like, what? Excuse me? Crime scene tape? I don't think I would be crossing over the crime scene tape, but that's just me. Because that obviously means that something horrific happened over there. And I don't want to see it if it's still there. But they, of course, went over the tape. Then things got real creepy for them. Like I said, don't crawl into places. If you don't want to shit your pants, don't do things that are going to make you shit your pants. You know what I'm saying? I'd be shitting my fucking brains out doing this shit.
I'm serious.
I don't even know if I want to do ghost hunting, because I'll probably shit my pants. Because I think that people that are alive are a hell of a lot scarier than the people that are on the other side. So all of a sudden a man appeared out of the woods, and he sat down and he lit some candles. Okay, at that point too, I would have said, okay, sayonara, I'm out. I'm not finding out what this dude's here for. He's got his own thing. We don't need to be here, He started recording. They hit a little bit and started recording. They accidentally got a little bit too close, though, because of their curiosity. And that's when the man jumped up and chased them halfway through the woods, as I thought was going to happen, but, that's just me.
That's where we're going. How much further are we going? Oh shit. Dude. Dude, let's go. Let's go. Yo, dude, what is that? Yo, turn off the light, turn off the light. Oh shit. Wait, yo, go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, yo, Seabass, go.
This group of kids, I don't know, they look like kids. I'm like, you know, your 40-year-old crazy aunt and hangs out and tries to be cool. I'm not Colleen Ballinger, not that kind of aunt. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Initially, these kiddos were a bit disappointed by the app because they weren't finding anything, you know, and when that happens, you're kind of like, oh, this is such bullshit. People are probably making that shit up, you know what I'm saying? Until they seen a trail of blood. And then they started to follow it. Here's what happened.
So my friends and I are about to go randonauting, and I see a lot of people saying that they find creepy shit on here, so I figured I'd record it to see what actually happens.
For this terrifying video, I couldn't find a source. However, I've never seen it before, and it all starts out when a group of friends decides to go randonauting. And initially, they were disappointed because they didn't find anything. That is until they find a trail of what looks like blood, and they decide to follow it. And it did not go well. But here's that first clip, and let me know what you think.
What the fuck is that?
It seems pretty fresh.
What the?
Is it blood? I think that's fucking. No, that could be pain. Hold up, is that a trail? Wait, look.
So there's like a blood trail, so we're following it right now. So the blood leads over here, and it keeps going down that. So Matthew's gonna go down.
Like there's more blood.
Okay, I'm running out of time. Like and comment for part 2.
After following the trail to a dark alleyway, one of the guys volunteers to go it alone and see where it leads. And this is what happens.
Yeah, there's a thick trail. Like, look at this shit. Holy shit. That's kind of sus. Fuck. Alright, I'm going, guys. What the fuck? Hello? What? Nah, fuck no. Nah. Yo.
If you watch Randonautica videos on YouTube or TikTok, you probably know who Yasko is, or Jasko, as many call him. He says I forgot what country he's from, Romania or something like that. I can't remember. But anyways, he said that he prefers to be referred to as Yasko, or that's his actual name, because in a lot of places they don't say their J's. Like I know in Norway they don't, where I'm from. I call him Yasko as he says it. So, but anyways, you've probably heard of him if you've watched Randonautica videos on TikTok or YouTube. He's done hundreds of Randonautica videos with his buddies. I mean, at first he had like this guy named Chris, who went on with CJ Fasion to do some stuff. But to be honest with you, I don't like CJ. I don't. Cancel me now. I don't like CJ Fasion, but I don't really. He seems very like I don't know something about him. Just don't like it. You know, some people just give you that vibe you just don't like, but you just don't want to be a hater, so you try not to talk shit, you know? At first he's like going under his car and you're wondering why, and then he finds tape with taped air tags under his car. Then Ben, his co-host or whatever, that helps him with his ghost hunting, his cameraman, basically. Ben calls him and he's at the hotel and he's like, dude, somebody keeps knocking on the door. All back and forth, and he's like, what do I do? You know what I mean? And so Yasko's trying to talk to him, but he's got his mind focused on other things because things are happening to him in the woods. And I think I would be that way too. It's like, Ben, you're going to have to handle it yourself. Call the front desk if you want to know who's knocking. Meanwhile, in the forest, Yasko goes into the woods farther in. All of a sudden, he hears branches breaking behind him. At that point, you know you're not alone in the woods. So someone started to sneak up on him. and then began the chase.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. Where's your duct tape? Oh my god. There's an AirTag duct taped underneath my car. I'm here in the real Blair Witch Forest, and I came across this diary on this trailhead, right? Inside this diary, it says, when I went towards the sounds, I heard a scream. It sounded like a woman. I went towards it, and I heard 3 gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. After that, I didn't hear another sound.
I called because it's the second time it's happened. Someone keeps on coming by and knocking on the door. And then, at first I thought it was like the towel dude or whatever, but I keep on going out there and there's no one there.
Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh!
A young man took his bike out and went out on an adventure, randonauticing by himself. He then found out this is more than just a game, and it really truly is. I feel like there's way more to it. Anyways, I'm going to stop here before everybody's like, wow, this bitch is a dumbass. Which I am, I own that, but not that. I mean, I'm smart in some ways. Give me some credit, you guys. He says he heard a voice. He heard a voice that sounded like a child. And it said, help me, help me. He didn't help nobody. He left as soon as he could. He knew that he was not alone. So, but then he returned to the location. Why? He started finding things. And maybe he probably was becoming possessed now that I think about it, because he kept going back to that location. Why would he keep going back to that location after being scared so badly he had to leave? Doesn't quite make sense now, does it? And things even started happening around his house then too. So yeah, something definitely attached to him and went home with him and was making him want to go back to that location for whatever reason. So I wonder what it could be. That's what he should focus on, is why does it keep bringing me back here? You know what I mean? Babe? Any hoobos?
So about a year ago, I decided to try out this app called Randonautica. The app sent me to this random location in the middle of the woods, and I quickly found out this was more than just a game. When searching around the location, I heard what sounded like a little kid say, help me. Holy shit! I left as fast as I could because I knew for a fact I was alone in those woods, or so I thought. I went back to this location a few times afterwards and had similar experiences. I also found some really weird things there. Following all of this, I started to notice some things happening around my house. This got worse very quickly, and I came to the conclusion that whatever was at that location followed me home. Over time, things started to get better, and eventually whatever it was just left. This left me with a lot of unanswered questions, and that's exactly why I headed back to the location for answers. And let me tell you, I did not expect any of this to happen. So follow along for the journey, because there's a lot of stuff to uncover here, and I'm not going to stop until I do that.
What? Hear that?
Go, go, go! These people went on their Randonautica location. They ended up being chased by someone out of the woods. The clip you're going to see is at the end of this situation. So basically, they are at freak out part. They are afraid and trying to talk, but it's not coming out very well. That's the gist of their video, and you will too, I mean, obviously. And it's just to add context to the fact that Randonautica is a very serious app, and it needs to be taken very, very seriously. Why can't I remember words? It needs to be taken very, very seriously. I believe it's more than just an app, just like we were talking about. I mean, just think, the creator's beliefs are that quantum random numbers can be influenced by human consciousness. So that, with that being said, it's like what you're thinking in your brain can change the numbers on the location that you're going to, so that you go to the exact location that resonates with your manifestation. You understand what I'm saying?
I have no idea what the fuck you just said.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That's awesome though, too. It's like so fascinating. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean to you though? Randonautica uses Australian National University's quantum RNG. It's a source of quantum randomness, and it receives random numbers by measuring the magnetic field fluctuating of virtual particles in a vacuum. Okay?
Guys, I'm editing this video and I'm watching it, and I said all that, and I'm like, I said okay at the end, like I knew what the fuck I was talking about right there.
Which, well, I mean, that tells me, though, that manifestation really does work, okay? No matter if you're manifesting for your job, or you're manifesting for your life, or you're manifesting for your bank account, or whatever you're manifesting for, manifestation works as long as you're consistent. Stay consistent with your affirmations. Stay consistent with writing down what you want out of this life. Stay consistent with keeping it a journal and being positive, but keep your mind at a high vibrational positivity, and you will be able to live a better life. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know who need to hear this right now. Hey, listen, when you on your way up, it's gonna seem like everything that could go wrong is going wrong when you on your way up. Everything gonna start pulling against you. Don't let that shit distract you, because it's harder to go up the hill than it is to come down the hill. Stay focused. It's just a little shedding phase before you can receive your blessings. Everything that ain't supposed to be around you, it ain't gonna be around you. That means loved ones, families, friends, whatever. Stay in alignment with what you focused on and your goal, and I swear to God, it's coming.
Stop when you get down in the slums and you let your mind droop to that depression level, that dark level. That's when, you know, you'll get swept up into the evil of life.
Why do we just go to this fucking quantum point and this whole fucking person is Sky? Oh my fucking god, bitch! I can't.
What if the person shows up in my rear view camera?
No, bitch, I can't.
This young lady is crying her poor eyes out, and I feel terrible for her. I totally believe her story. She's so upset. They were randonauticing one evening, and they were actually going to their destination. And when they pulled up about close to their destination, they saw someone in the ditch. And when they got out of their car to see what had happened, a woman was holding her husband because he shot himself in the head. Wow. Can you imagine pulling up on that? And guess what her intention was? That she didn't even say out loud, she just thought it. Her intention that she kept manifesting was death. And she certainly got it. If you can't handle what you're going to get, honey, then don't say something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't manifest something like that. I mean, if you're a scared kind of person, I wouldn't have manifested that word.
I just went randonauting, and our intention was death. And we were on our way to the spot, and I look out my window, and there's someone laying in the gutter with their wife literally, like, on them, holding them. And so I parked and got out, and he got shot. And then she gave me the phone, and I had to call the cops. And Darius he wrapped his jacket around the wound. And then the cops came, and we got questioned, and I just had to leave. And I just dropped Darius off.
These two went randonauticing. They were smart though, and they went during the day. Good people. They're parked and they're looking through the camera, and they have like that camera in their car on the dash there that shows them if anyone's behind them or anybody's in front of them. They can clearly look behind them and see two people standing there behind the car. But when they look at the camera of the car, they don't see anybody there at all. So they look a couple more times and there's still nobody there on the camera, but there's clearly people there when they look. They're trying to turn around. So I don't know how if they eventually got the car out or if it shows that in the video. Anyways.
Okay, so it doesn't start. Oh my god, okay. People. Oh my god. No, two people.
These poor kids. The girl in the back says, "We finna die today." And I was like, that's at the beginning of the video. You don't even know what's gonna happen. So you can tell already how she's feeling about the situation. Anyways, they got brought to an open field, right? And there was what they thought was an abandoned house in the back, okay? So two of them stayed back to kind of keep watch, all right? And then two of them went up to the house to kind of see what was up. Well, they ended up going inside the house. They found a suitcase with bones in it. Then all of a sudden, they heard something and they flew out of that house as fast as they could, jumped in the car with their friends, and they were like, "Go, get out of here, blah, blah, blah." But they were certainly traumatized by that event, I will tell you.
We finna die today. This is private property right here. We are finna die. We're randonauting. It's not that. It's not that. What is this? Sure? It just brought us to this house. Let's go over there. Oh no. So, our location just sent us here.
I don't like this.
We're gonna go inside. So they're going in right now, and I'm staying in the car in case anything happens so I can drive. Okay, they've been in there and they have not came out. Like, no one's in the car.
Well, that shit was crazy.
Oh my god, y'all would not believe what just happened. I'm about to make a part 2 explaining what just happened in that house. So stay tuned and part 2. She's gonna explain it.
Okay, so basically, me and James went into the house because it looked abandoned.
Yeah, like we didn't think anyone would be living
And then,
there.
so we walk in the house, like through this one door, and we walk over and there's like this little suitcase and there were bones in it.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we hear a door open.
Yeah.
So we
booked it on out of there.
that out of there, and then we heard them walk out,
Because
like run
you
after
guys
us
clearly
outside.
saw the house and it looked like it was just like torn up. So.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Anyways, if you're gonna try it, don't do it alone.
Don't do it alone because it's scary.
Yeah, and don't go at night. Do not go at night.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going tonight,
We're
so
going
Yeah, 'cause full
we
send.
might make another video. So
Stay tuned.
yeah, stay tuned.
Oh, and here's another story about an abandoned house. These two people also went into an abandoned house or a trailer or whatever, and they didn't find an object that scared them. They were not alone though, but it was in a different way of kind of not being alone, if you catch my drift. Because they ended up seeing a very large shadow in the hallway there going along the floor. It wasn't like it was standing up though, it was just like on the floor gliding towards the door. And there was nobody standing there, nor was there any way that like either of them could have made that shadow. So tell me what you think in the comments below.
So if you guys don't know what Randonaut is, it's basically an app that shows you points of high quantum energy near your location, and it'll take you to some pretty weird and creepy stuff. Here's my experience. So after seeing a few TikToks about Randonaut, I figured my brother Zane and I had to give it a shot. So we downloaded the app and found a location really close to us, and then we headed out the next day. And this is where it took us. I can't even make this up. This is just scary. Out of any place it could have taken us, it brought us to an abandoned house in the woods. And no one seemed to be home, home, so we just let ourselves in. Now, we might have been too quick to jump to conclusions, thinking no one was here, because we caught this on camera and I noticed it when I was editing. Now, Zane and I didn't move at all when I filmed this clip, and I know it could be anything, but there was no one even in front of that window where that shadow came from. I might just be freaking out a little bit, but it was still enough to give me chills when I was looking back over this footage. Tell me in the comments below what you guys think, and it would be much appreciated if you could go check out my YouTube channel. The full video's on there. It's linked in my bio. Thank you guys.
I keep hearing something. That's why I keep looking. I'm sorry. Whoa. I swear I didn't do this on purpose with the house thing. It's another video of an abandoned house with a shadow figure in the doorway. There was a shadow figure in the doorway they were looking into. Then all of a sudden, one of the girls just got a feeling that they shouldn't be in there, and then that's when they left. Now, always believe what your gut tells you, okay? If you're feeling a certain way about a situation, get the hell out of that situation.
Just to be clear, it's not that I haven't always known you were there. It's that I have mixed feelings about you. I question your intentions.
It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't even have to be a Randonautica situation. Any situation that you feel something like that, get out of there immediately.
There's something over there. What the f? That was a mouse. That was a mouse. Because I heard. That was a mouse. Because I heard. That was God said it first. And then I can get up. Hey, hello? Fuck, no. You close the door. I don't want to close the door. I'm not closing that door. Don't get me. I heard something! I heard something!
I saved this video for last because you know what? You always save the good for the last.
Yes, you did.
She's been wanting to tell her story, so I'm going to help her get her story out there to my audience. She didn't say her manifestation out loud, but she's always been told, and she's always felt like her spirit animal is a deer, right? If you can kind of speculate what's about to happen, you can write it in the comments. I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Okay. She drove out to her point that was designed for her on the app, and she got there, and she noticed a big pool of blood on the ground where she was told to go, which I would have been scared as fuck too. She ended up calling 911 about it, and they said, that a deer was hit and passed away right there not too long before she called, and that they were calling the fire department out there to clean up the blood. Is that not crazy? She got there and just saw blood, but like I said, sometimes they do it in a different way. It's not always what you think it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? When they try to give you the sign of what your intent was. You know what I'm saying? So hers was a deer, and then she ends up getting to a spot where a deer had just passed away. Is that not nuts? I'm telling you what.
In that spot that I was manifesting. So I've been seeing a lot of people sharing their old Randonautica stories, and I've been dying to share mine because I thought it was creepy as fuck. I had manifested the prompt, my spirit animal, okay? I didn't say distinctly what animal that I was manifesting, but I have been told in the past that my spirit animal is a deer. So it generates a point for me. It's like an 8 or 9 minute drive away. And as I'm approaching, I'm basically on top of the coordinate at this point, when I notice on the road is a blood stain. And it's not just a singular spot. The blood stain drags off down the road a few feet and then into the bushes that were on the side of the road. So this was during COVID, and your girl had been watching one too many murder documentaries, and I decided to call it in because it seemed really sus, okay? The 911 operator was actually very kind and understanding towards me, and she let me know that around 2 or 3 a.m. the night before, a deer had gotten hit in that spot. And the reason the blood hadn't been washed away is because the fire department didn't see it because it was dark out. So Randonautica didn't exactly take me to a deer, but it took me to a place where a deer died. And the lady told me thank you for letting her know that the blood was still there and that the fire department would be notified so they could go and wash it away.
Anyways, we're gonna end this right here. I gotta get off here and call your mother because I heard you've been being an asshole out there, so I gotta talk. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Saturday. It is beautiful outside here in Wisconsin, so I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, edit these videos, and get them posted. I love you all with all of my heart and soul. Have a great one. Mwah, mwah. Do 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 la 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 la.
Bye, have a great time.
It's caught in the crossfire.